My name is Corley May, and this is the Book of the Week. This week's Book of the Week is Nightmares by Jason Segel and Kirsten Miller. I loved this book. It centers around our main character, Charlie, his three best friends, Paige, Alfie, and Rocco, his brother, his dad, and his new stepmom, Charlotte. Charlotte lives in a super spooky house at the top of a hill, and Charlie is just convinced that she's a witch and she's out to get his family, and worst of all, that she's out to replace his mom. Throughout the book, we see Charlie trying to deal with his nightmares. At the beginning of the story, he's trying to avoid sleep if at all possible because the nightmares that he has when he does fall asleep are so horrific that he would do anything to avoid facing them. But eventually, as with anything difficult in life, he does have to face them. And in Charlie's case, he has to face them on their turf in the nightmare world. That's where a lot of the action of the book actually takes place, and it was really just a magical read. The nightmare world really reminded me of that feeling that you get when you're having a really great dream and you wake up and you try to fall back asleep to get back into that dream, but the moment's already passed and the dream is gone. When Charlie is in the nightmare world with his friends, he realizes that he's not in control of anything that's happening there, except for his own reactions and how he processes what's going on around him. I think that's a really powerful message for any reader, that you can't control your circumstances, but you can control yourself, and that's where the real power lies. Charlie and his friends are a really interesting group. Paige is super smart, very capable. I loved her character. Alfie is, again, a really smart kid. He's a little bit anxious in social situations, doesn't like to have a lot of attention on him. And Rocco is super athletic. Again, a smart kid, but he's not great at taking tests, and he doesn't love being called out for that. And together they make a really cohesive friends group. They support each other, they have fun together. They were really fun to read about. Overall, their task together in the nightmare world is to face their fears and empower each other to move past them and learn to live with them. One of the quotes that I really love from the book was that fear will eat you alive if you feed it. And that's really the lesson that Charlie and his friends had to learn in the nightmare world. We're gonna be scared of things, and that's okay. But if we allow that fear to consume us entirely, then that's what will happen. We have to learn to live with our fears in order to overcome them. And I think that Nightmares did a really great job of sending home that message.